right, guys, buckle up. We're heading to the future.
Future of gaming?
Yeah, that's right. So what are you guys looking forward to for E3?
You know what? It doesn't matter because we're going to see everything.
I call dibs on the Gears of War 2 stage demo.
What? No way. Fine. Guitar Hero 4 is mine.
No way, dude. I want that one too.
Hold on, because I'll put this car right down in Fresno.
Don't worry, there's plenty of games to go around. You'll see. The whole world's gonna see. We're gonna show everybody. E3 live and direct from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome to day 2 of GameSpot's E3 2008 coverage. I'm Ryan McDonald, and we're gonna just kick this thing off straight off today. I've got Ken Ballo. How you doing?
Nice to be here.
Good. I'm glad you are here as well. Now, you are the associate brand manager working on Sonic Unleashed. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, we've been talking about it a little bit before the show started. You got it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell the folks at home a little bit about the game before we get into it, and what you guys are showing off here at E3?
Absolutely. So we've got Sonic Unleashed. It's our next, big Sonic title coming out at the end of the year. So we've got Sonic in a couple of different environments. He's going to be taking a worldwide adventure, and we've got a little bit of a twist on this title. We're going to be taking Sonic into nighttime for one of the very first times.
Now, without giving too much away, you were telling me about something kind of like a were-hedgehog, is that right?
That's correct. So the story starts out where Dr. Eggman has sort of obtained the Chaos Emeralds again, and he's used them to sort of open up the planet and split the planet up into several different sections. So it's going to be up to Sonic to sort of bring the planet back together, race around the world in this adventure, and at the same time, one of the side effects has been that Sonic at night will transform into the Werehog. So you're going to have a whole lot of speed during the day. You're going to have Sonic the way, me and you love Sonic, just really fast, all about speed. And then at nighttime, we're introducing a new twist where Sonic is much more focused on combat and platforming. So you're going to see a lot more platforming, Sonic climbing, swinging on poles, and doing a lot of different combo moves, etc. So the game really has something for everybody.
Well, it sounds like you're kind of taking it back a little bit, back to the original games that had a lot of fast and jumping on stuff and just got kind of that whole flow thing, right?
Well, we've definitely taken a new kind of direction on it. So it's going to be a little bit more of a what we call 2.5D, so you're going to be able to play Sonic in the 3D as you've seen in the past, but also go back to a 2D kind of gameplay style. So giving it back to fans like me who love Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and just give a whole new sense of speed.
Super cool. All right. Well, enough talking about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Sonic Unleashed looks like. Now, you're going to be playing this on the 360, correct?
Correct. So what we're looking at here is one of the first stages, which is a stage that's resembling Grease. One of the things you can see here is that the team has created a brand new engine for this called the Hedgehog engine, which is going to be able to really cater to the fact of that we've got Sonic going upwards of 300 miles an hour. Wow. So as you can see here, there's a new lighting system, new draw rate, everything going with this engine. Now, as you can see on the bottom left-hand corner, I've got what's called ring energy. So in addition to the rings, collecting them for extra lives and whatnot and acting as Sonic's health, we also have that ring energy. And what that ring energy will do is, as soon as I fill it, I can engage what's called Sonic Boost. And that's where we've got Sonic going about 300 miles an hour. We've still got the homing attacks that everyone's used to, and we've introducing a new concept for Sonic, which is the drift. So you're going to be able to drift with Sonic, very similar to a car racing game.
That's awesome. Now, this is an alpha build of this game, correct?
Correct. So a lot of the frame rates and slowdowns that you see here won't actually exist, obviously, in the final version.
Totally. This is the first time you guys are showing it here at E3, right?
Correct.
Man, it is super fast.
So as you can see here, we're going back to sort of a 2D gameplay style here, and giving you a different view of Sonic.
Well, it's definitely. I was looking at this here. Now, this is. There's some business they had in Ratchet and Clank was like this, and I definitely was a big fan of it. So seeing some more rail jumping is never a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. We've also got a couple different levels that we'll be able to show you. I'm going to show you the new China stage.
I saw the left button and the right button show up there for a second. That was just having you be able to jump on the other rail.
Yeah, it's just you jumping and switching from different rails. So we're also using it for something called the Quick Step.
Yeah.
So very much like a first-person shooter, you're going to be able to see Sonic strafing side to side. So at no point do you really have to stop going or lose the momentum. So really catering it so you can just keep on going and keep playing.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense because in a lot of the games that we played today, is going as fast as you can possibly forward. You get like, whether it's kudos or drift points or whatever else, flying around the corner. So it seems like the controls are fairly basic.
Yeah, very easy to pick up and play.
Yeah.
At no point do you ever feel like you don't know what to do or what happens. Especially since at the beginning, they give you a control layout so you can actually take a look at that.
Now, like the original games, it looks like it's fairly linear in terms of I'm gonna go hella fast in that direction. Are there alternate routes, whether vertical or horizontal?
Absolutely. So there's going to be a lot of different branching pathways on this, depending on where you go. I'm still sort of exploring some of these levels because, especially this one here, is really robust.
This is like the Great Wall of China right here, huh?
Exactly. So you've got Sonic running on what looks like the Great Wall of China. We're going to go through a dragon here pretty quickly.
Now you, in the opening, what is that?
So this is one of the branching pathways. So if I fail, I go to the bottom here. And if I would have succeeded, I would have gone to the top. So again, it's just different areas that you can explore. Oh, wow. So it really adds to the replayability of the title.
Now, in the opening, you had mentioned our good friend, Dr.
Eggman?
Eggman. So it's like, is it still they're doing Eggman in Japan and Robotnik here in America?
Right now, we're just calling him Dr. Eggman here. Definitely the nickname is Eggman, although his full name is still Dr. Robotnik.
I gotcha. Now, before we go to the questions in the audience, you're about to hit this dragon thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
I want to see the dragon. That little dude jamming.
So another one of the elements that we actually have here is that we wanted to add a little bit more of gameplay style with a little bit more time. Mm-hmm. So as you can see here, it's not all about just Sonic racing and just going fast, but we are going to be adding those little timing elements so you can go ahead and do a little bit more of classic platforming as well.
So I saw you take some damage there, right?
Correct. So the rings, as usual, once you get hit, you lose a certain amount of those rings.
Dude, that is totally
yeah, that's totally me. You're going to lose a certain amount of the rings. But again, the rings, because they are for the ring energy meter, we definitely are creating a positive feedback loop. So as the faster you are collecting the rings, the faster that meter goes filling up.
I gotcha. And then once it gets full, that's when you hit your boost, right?
Exactly. And as long as you keep collecting rings with the boost, because you're obviously going at about 300 miles an hour, the more the ring energy meter keeps filling up. So again, you can actually sustain the boost for extended periods of time.
I'm sorry, that maybe it's some of the lack of sleep from. Oh, dude, you fell on the thing again. I don't know if it's some of the lack of sleep from all the fun stuff we're doing here at E3, but like now I got it stuck in my head from SSX. Like rings equal boost, boost equals speed. So
that's what it's all about here.
Kristen Riley, you are on standby with some questions from our audience. Do you have any for us?
I do. I am trying to sort through these as fast as I can, and it's not easy. You guys are slamming me. Mike, why do I always pick you guys with the hard names? Sobachowski from Muskegon. I'm sorry. He would like to know, is this game going to play like Sonic Adventure, or will there be new ways to play besides the Werehog?
So you're going to have two different ways to play this game. Definitely, as you can see here, you're going to be able to play as Sonic during the daytime, where the gameplay is all about speed. I think one of the big things we've done is sort of reimagined what speed can do. As you can see here, I've got Sonic running over water. So we've definitely got the speed element to it, I think a lot more intensely than we've had in past games. So we've got everything that you really care about for the daytime, and then of course you're going to have Werehog at night, which just adds a new dimension to it.
You get all crazy like claws and
absolutely. We're going to have a lot of different combos that you can do. In fact, I'm actually going to just show that to you guys right now. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to hit up some more questions while we were loading that up.
Sure.
Kristen Riley, do you have another one for us?
I have one. Vlad from Pickerington, Ohio would like to know, how does the difficulty compare to past Sonic games?
Like any game, I think it's very easy to pick up and play at the beginning. I've never seen anybody have any problems picking it up and just having a great time. Of course, the levels are going to get a little bit more difficult, as you go progressing. But I think the level of difficulty is going to appeal to fans of all ages.
All right, you got to get a shot of that. Sonic the Werehog is the best ass thing ever. Look at that.
So here we're showing for the first time at E3 the Werehog. So we're definitely going to give everybody at home a sneak peek at what Sonic the Werehog looks like and what he's all about.
Sonic the Hedgehog looks awesome. Looks all kinds of tough.
He's like all dark and menacing. He's got these. What's with these hands? These hands and these arms are like abnormally huge.
It's because he's gonna break stuff. See, look at that.
Well, yeah, but dude.
So we've also decided to go ahead and add the speed feature to the Werehog. So if I hold down one of the bumpers, he's going to run a little bit faster, but obviously it looks a little bit more feral.
Yeah.
So Sonic is all about. The Werehog's all about unleashing Sonic. We've got a lot of different combos you can do. So we've got over here. I'll show you. We've got a different like charge attacks that you can do as well. As long as you just hold one of the attack buttons down. And you'll see Sonic's arms are going to stretch, so it's going to allow him to do a whole lot of different moves and get very playful and get very kind of fun with what we can do with combat.
That's awesome. Speaking of combat, one of the things I used to love, obviously, about, and I'm sure everybody does, about some of the Sonic games is the boss battles you have. You guys got a lot of big, crazy bosses that you go up against in these levels?
Absolutely. So as you can see here, as the world is split up, you're going to have, then this new nighttime element is being added. You're going to have all these different kinds of enemies appear. So it's not really Dr. Robotnik's creations at that point. So we're going to have definitely some new boss battles, some new enemies that we haven't seen before. So this nighttime's really adding just another dimension to the Sonic franchise.
Speaking of old friends, what about the you got Knuckles, you got Tails. Are we going to see those guys in here?
We're definitely going to be able to see Tails, Knuckles, Shadow. They are part of the story.
Yeah.
The game concentrates on making this a very fun and very enjoyable Sonic experience. So really what we're focusing on this particular iteration is Sonic and what we can do to really bring Sonic out.
No, do we get to play as anybody else besides Sonic in the Werehog?
Right now, we are not announcing anything on that, but definitely stay tuned.
That sounds like a total yes, dude. Kristen Riley, I'm hogging all the questions. Let's go ahead and see.
I have one over here from Zach Stedman from Manchester, UK. He wants to know, are there going to be any remakes of the old Sonic levels?
That is a good question. I think you'll just have to stay tuned.
That's a total yes, too. All right, we're doing good here. All right, what about
What about online and multiplayer? That's what I want to know about.
There is going to be an online component to this title, and again, that's something that we're going to be talking about as the months go by. But definitely stay tuned for more information on that.
Super rad. And then what are you doing here?
So here's we're showing a little bit more of the platforming elements to Sonic. As you can see here, though, with the ability to stretch his arms, Sonic's going to be a little bit more forgiving. So if you go over here, and for example, you just missed that jump, you just use the arms, and he'll be able to just stretch them out, and you can complete the jump. So there's definitely going to be sections in the stage where you're going to want to be able to do that. Werehog is also a really good climber, so you're going to be able to see him climb poles and swing across different areas, go on ledges, everything that you'd expect from a platforming type game. So we're definitely adding that element to it as well. So we really want to focus on Sonic, again, speeding through the worlds during the day. And at night, we're going to open it up to a little bit more exploration, allow the player to sort of, take it slow for a second and really just, enjoy what's out there.
It looks really slick. Now, you were talking about before, so you got Sonic Team on it. You got a new producer, fresh to the series.
Absolutely, it's a new team, a very young team that's making this title. So one of the biggest things is that they definitely wanted to take a look at what has been working for Sonic, what we could do to improve the brand, what we could do to enhance what speed is all about. So the team has definitely taken some time to think about, what can we do to just reimagine what Sonic is all about, and they've definitely come up with something that is really enjoyable.
Yeah, totally. All right, so obviously there's definitely two distinct gameplay styles that we're seeing. You got the speed and awesome that we know and love in Sonic before, and then now you got this crazy awesome combat action, right? I know you guys are alpha, so I don't know if you can answer this or not, but in terms of percentage-wise, breaking down how, is it 50-50? Am I halfway, doing combat and halfway running, or is it 60-40, 70-30?
So as the world is broken up, you're going to have different areas that Sonic's going to be able to play through. So what you'll have is you're going to be able, each of those areas is going to have a day and a nighttime component. So, here I am, I was showing Greece earlier. Yeah. So this is Greece at night. We've got Africa, and you'll see Africa at night. You'll have China at night. So every single one of the environments, you'll have a nighttime and a daytime component to it.
Kristen, do you have another one for us?
I do. I'm lining them up over here. I'm going to go with Nabil Kang from Paris would like to know, will the Werehog be playable from the beginning or is he an unlockable character?
He will absolutely be playable from the beginning. This is actually the second stage of the game right now. So as you can see right away, you're going to be able to play as Sonic and the Werehog. So this isn't an unlockable section of the game. This is definitely a big part of the game itself.
Dude, the Werehog didn't make it out of that one, though.
Not as well as I would have hoped.
Now, I see you got the shield and vitality, so that's obviously different than your ring power.
Right, so the rings in the nighttime are going to go ahead and they will fill up your vitality. So you definitely are looking at them as sort of health. And your shield is what you get every time you finish defeating one of these nighttime creatures. So again, two different components again. So I think it's similar to say that we're using the rings as health very much like you would during the daytime, but you're also adding the shield element to it. So think of it as like the ring energy would be added to the daytime, so just something different. And again, there's going to be a lot of explorations, a lot of hidden items. Definitely want to explore the environment, see what else is out there, see where you can use the arms to sort of stretch and sort of reach areas that you didn't think that you could reach before, etc.
Are we looking for Chaos Emeralds again, or?
So one of the premises is that in order to sort of reunite the planet, Sonic is going to have to take the Chaos Emeralds back to each temple in these different areas of the world. So the Chaos Emeralds absolutely play an integral part of the storyline, as well as the beginning, which is, the draining of the emeralds is what sort of transforms Sonic into the Werehog to begin with.
I don't know if you mind or not. If you point me in the right direction, you mind if I give it a shot?
Sure. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me just, let's just restart.
All right, cool.
Sure.
Where are we going to pick? While you guys are doing that, I've got a
So
question from
just
David
press
Snake.
X to swipe.
All right.
And B to grab.
Sweet.
All right, I'll let you guys figure out the controls quick. But David Snake from Cedar Hill, he actually has a really interesting question. He wants to know, he wants to know about the music. He wants to know if the music is going to be similar to the old ones because he really liked the music with the old Sonics.
I think the music for this is going to be similar to the old Sonics, but obviously we're adding a new twist to it. I think that we're working on the music for nighttime, making it sort of resonate and give you that sort of, I wouldn't say spooky feel, but definitely that Twilight feel to it, as well as keeping it definitely within the Sonic brand. The daytime music is very energetic, very sort of enthusiastic, I want to say, if that can even be described as music. So once you're playing daytime and you hear the music, I mean, the two really go well together.
I would go as far to say the Sonic series has always had really good music.
Yeah, they have. So Eric Rasmussen from San Diego, he wants to know what's the ratio between traditional levels and Werehog levels?
So again, it's going to be 50-50. You're going to see daytime for the first half, and then you're going to see nighttime for the second half. Both of them sort of take, or can take at least, an equal amount of time to complete, if you will. Obviously, you're going a little bit slower in the nighttime, you're doing a little bit more exploration, but the daytime levels are massive. I think one of the levels we have is about 6 miles long. So you really got this enormous world to play and explore into.
So, just out of curiosity, what are you saying?
Just destroy that.
All right.
Yeah, so come back. Yeah, there you go, and there's a button there, so you just press that. Sorry, you were saying?
I was going to ask you, how does that work? You were talking about 300 miles an hour, and then you just mentioned 6 miles. That seems like something you'd get through in about 30 seconds, right?
Well, about the smallest level is going to be about 6 miles long. I mean, once you start really thinking about it, though, the sections are really just enormous. I mean, China, when you saw it there, I forget how many miles that is, but I mean, it can take you a good 10 minutes to finish those levels, even going at the boost. So there is a lot of world for you to go ahead and explore. And again, the different pathways add just for different areas for you to explore. So if you definitely play some of the levels, a lot of times you'll figure out that you're actually taking different courses to get to the end.
I gotcha.
So a lot of replayability.
The one question I have for you is, if I keep going here, are we going to see like a boss guy or anything like that?
Towards the end, yeah.
All right. I'm going to keep on moving.
Hey Ryan, how do those controls feel?
They feel really good. It's interesting because with the one thing, it's weird. So if you put the shoulder button right here, right, he puts his dukes up instead of the strafing action he was doing before.
Right, and that's what the shield is for. It's for your blocking.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
So just jump and press B.
All right.
And there you go.
Oh. I gotta wait for that thing, huh? Or no? No.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then you just want to get close and you can double jump. And you just go ahead, double jump, and then press B. And there you go. Yeah, so it's very forgiving like that. So again, I think kids of all ages are really going to enjoy something like this.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like it's cool. I don't know if it's just for the E3 demo or not, but like it's very clear as to, here's a pole, grab it, push B.
Exactly.
On screen.
Hey guys, I have another question over here. Jonathan Charles from Stoke-on-Trent wants to know, will you have any levels that reward you for getting 50 or more rings like the original games? And is Super Sonic going to be brought back?
That actually we're looking into, so that's something that we've got to still figure out going through it, is how we're going to incorporate those elements into this. Specifically because we need to figure out, how we want. We've got an idea, obviously, using the rings as ring energy, and of course, using the rings for life and for getting extra lives. But right now, we've got to figure out what else, we want those rings to be associated with. So again, and the fact that the Chaos Emeralds have been drained, again, that's something we have to look into about Supersonic.
Now, we're obviously playing it here on the 360. I have to imagine, though, you guys are making this for the PS3 as well?
Absolutely. This is going to be coming out for the PS3. It's going to be coming out for the Wii and the PS2. One of the things to note is that we've actually got 2 development silos going. We've got one silo that's focusing on the PS3 and the 360, and then we have another team focusing on the Wii and the PS2. So the Wii and the PS2 are going to be slightly different. Obviously, we're going to be catering the Wii version to be using the Wiimote and everything that the Wii has to offer. And again, we're going to be focusing on the 360 and the PS3 with keeping the graphics and everything that we can do and how we can take advantage of the online components.
Gotcha.
You said you're developing for the PS3 and the 360. Are you guys going to be able to support trophies for PS3?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to be able to support trophies for the PS3?
That's something that we will be talking about later on.
What about, can you tell me anything about achievements for the 360?
Again, we definitely are going to be having achievements. Yeah. And again, the online component is something that we will be talking about later on.
Oh.
That's definitely one of the things that we want to try and nail down and nail it down right.
Now you're saying later on, when are folks expecting to see this?
So everybody's going to be able to see this November of 2008.
That's awesome. Now, all right, so how do I get up here?
So just double jump.
Okay.
There you go. And then here's another one of the elements that we have about platforming. So you're going to be able to see that, especially going across buildings. A lot of times you'll see those beams.
Look at that. Those arms are good for balance.
Yeah, you'll be able to balance, or you'll be able to actually get down and use the arms to sort of monkey bar your way through them.
Would I have died if I fell in that?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately the Werehog can't swim like that. Arms are too heavy and all that.
I'm trying to get to this boss before we run out of time here.
Sure.
Although I guess you'd only be cutting into your own time because you're going to do one more demo with this before you go, correct?
That's right. I'm going to be showcasing Sonic Chronicles, which is Sonic's first foray into the RPG genre.
And that's on the DS, correct?
And that is going to be exclusively on the DS. We're very excited to be working with BioWare. And
really?
Yeah, teaming up with BioWare to be able to bring the very first Sonic RPG game.
So does that mean like Greg and Ray?
I'm sorry?
Like Greg and Ray over there at BioWare?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Those guys are all great guys. So we're really excited to be working with them. You are almost there.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you want to go to the right?
All right.
Oh, actually, go right behind you.
Yeah.
And go to where. Keep going. There you go. So you want to lay it down right where that red temple is.
Right here?
Back that way.
Then we go here?
No, keep coming back. Keep coming back towards me.
Back downstairs.
Yeah, and then go to the left.
Other left.
This way?
There you go. Right.
Gotcha.
There you go. And just press B again, and you'll place it down.
There you go.
And then you want to go to the left.
Get the green one.
And get the green one. So you want to keep going to the left. Keep going to the left. Take the first door on the left there. Yeah, just break that. And just pick that one up, and then you'll get to the boss area. How you liking the control and the feel for the Werehog and the combat?
Yeah, it's good business, dude.
All right, cool.
I think we're gonna go to a tape segment here in a sec, but let's see this boss real quick.
Oh wait, actually, you know, you've got a ways to go.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just remembered you've got a whole platforming section to go. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Let's see, where should I go?
So you're gonna want to go over to that section. You're
Yeah.
gonna want to double jump and then use the B button again.
All right.
Sort of use your arms up. Yeah, there you go. And that's the platforming area I was talking about. You can definitely come down if you want to and sort of monkey bar away across the poles if you
How do I do that?
choose to. So just kind of like go as if you were falling off.
All right.
There you go. And then you can just do that as well.
I gotcha.
There you go.
All right.
So it just depends on how you want to play.
All
So it
right.
definitely caters to that.
I think we're gonna give you and me a break for
Sure.
half a second and take a look at some SOCOM business that we shot in the field, and we'll get you set up over here with the DS version of your of the Sonic.
Sounds good.
And yeah, so hey man, thanks a lot for spending some time with me.
Hey, thanks.